welcome back to Collect Them All. Today I'm going to do a little different type of video. Here recently I got 2 new bookshelves, and I decided to get some of the tier things that you can put, figures and stuff in. I decided to separate everything. I wanted, and it fit perfectly, and I still got a little bit of room here and there. Not a ton of room, but I do have a little bit of room. I'm just putting my vintage toys on these 2 bookshelves, and then everywhere else, is modern stuff, because I do like some modern stuff, mainly NECA stuff. Some of the repo stuff is all right, but I don't know if I'll get into collecting it. I want to focus more on vintage stuff, and sometimes vintage stuff's harder to find, so it might take a little bit longer to collect. And where I used to have some of the other stuff on the bottoms of the Blu-rays and shelves here and over at the game section and stuff, now I got a little bit more room for that kind of stuff. These bookcases, basically there's 3 of them. That's 3 shelves that's basically wrestling. I've got Mask stuff, I got my Jurassic Park stuff, I got my Masters of the Universe stuff, some people call it Motu. I got my Rambo stuff, I got my starting lineups, I got Battle Beast, I got California Raisins, I'm looking over here, I got Smurfs, I've got Hasbro Wrestlers, I've got TMNT, I've got some horror stuff, not a whole lot. That is one thing I'm going to start working on more. I got Dick Tracy, and a little bit of everything else in between. So 2000 and below, I consider vintage, at least 25 years old, I'd say. So that's what I'm basically looking at. Most of the stuff I've got is from the 80s and some in the early 90s. All the loose stuff, I should say. Now, I do have some things that's carded still from the early 90s. My Terminator 2, I'm looking at them right here. Waterworld, my Lost in Space, my Godzilla Wars, my Addams Family, and a few starting lineup things. They are on the pegboard still, and I put these in front of the curtain, these 2 bookcases, basically right next to that. So I think it looks really good. I got a lot more room over here to put more consoles and stuff, which I am trying to find some more consoles, Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo, and who knows what else I might find. Everything's over here except for 3 Jurassic Park vehicles. The main one I put out that I found at a Goodwill 2 years ago for $1.99, and that is the Explorer. So I definitely had to put that out. Well, yeah, that's it basically. Everything else, I think I've looked everywhere and I picked here and there, and I don't think I have everything else over this way and on top, except for the Tales from the Crypt Keeper figures. I've got them right now. I'll probably hang them on the pegs. I'm not opening them up. I just don't want to open them up. They're just too nice, and I just want to keep them in the package. So without further ado, let's look at this 2 nice bookshelves with vintage figures in it. All right, here it is. There's the bookcases. All of them's loose except for 1 figure, and that is my Rocky figure. Now over here, like I said, I had the pegs and stuff. That's, some of this stuff right here. I'm trying to get more lighting in here, better lighting, the Terminator and all that stuff. There's some new modern stuff mixed in, but let's go over here. Let's go to the top first. Hopefully you won't get too much of glare. I got my Wrestling Superstars Jumbo Collector's case. The big Ric Flair from WCW, I think that's made in 1990. I have Garbage Pail Junk Food John there that I found. I put it in a frame, if you can see it. That's a vintage too. So then I got my Dick Tracy stuff. There's these guys. I don't know everybody's names, but of course Dick Tracy's got his gun and stuff. A few of them's got their stuff. And here is the police car with the box on top. And then I have the Sting big figure. I think these are like 16 or 18 inches tall. And then I have the Slobby Robbie and the other Dick Tracy. I don't have them all, but I've got quite a bit of them. And then I got the WCW collector case with Sting on it. These are for the Galoob figures, which I'll show you here in a minute. So from there we go down to here, and this is the small horror section that I have. I have cases like this for these Remco. These are made in 1980. I lost 2 of them here somewhere in the room. I have to find them for my Dracula and my Mummy because they're hard to stand, but I put the creature in that one. And of course from the Imperial line, the Wolfman, the Mummy, Frankenstein's monster, and Dracula. And behind them I put the Famous Monsters, the Frankenstein comic book that I just recently got, and another Famous Monsters. And up front, little Casper. Yeah, that's from I think 72 or 73. So that's pretty cool. As we go over here, I got some of the Imperial things I was telling you about. This is the turtles, all the vintage turtles that I've got so far. I'm thinking about putting lighting up in here, the little round lights that you can get for the LED to get better lighting. Most of these I paid $1 a piece for, believe it or not, at yard sales and flea markets over the last 2 years, except for this guy. And the 3 in the back, of course, are the monster ones. Paid a little bit more for them, but I think they're looking pretty good on the shelf here. Down below that, I got another tier. I got the Hasbro wrestlers. I don't have a whole lot of them, but I do have some, like Andre right here, Jake the Snake, Hulk Hogan. Some of these I was thinking about just collecting my favorites. The Undertaker's back there, it's hard to see. That's why I'm thinking about putting them lights here. I got another Hogan and some of these I found at flea markets. I think I might have found 1 or 2 at a yard sale. I think I found that at a yard sale. This is the vintage Squirt Head, Macho Man. So put him back right here. Over here, might be a little hard to see. Let me see if I can get got my thumb there. Let me pull my light over. I got another light. Here we go. This might help a little bit better. Back in here are my Stompers. These came out at McDonald's years ago. Now there are other Stompers that are pretty expensive, but these are just the ones from the McDonald's meals. I bought a whole lot of them at one time. Damn, I'm still trying to get that lighting in there. Let's see if I can get better light. I'm gonna put that light as close as I can to see them, but them are really cool. Move the light over here now. This is my everything shelf. There's all kinds of weird stuff. There's a vintage Popeye, Bendy here. I have some Dino Riders. I have some Star Wars. I only got 2. It's them 2, but they're really good shape. I got some metal monsters, and these are pretty cool. That one looks like Jason. I remember having one when I was a kid. Of course, I got Tonto. I have Lone Ranger, but I apparently somehow broke his leg. I need to try to fix him. I think he can be fixed. Rock Lords back there that I found for $1 a piece at a flea market. The same one that I got my Battle Beast, which I'll show you them. Then we have John Matrix here from Commando. We have 2 little, we have a Gizmo and a Stripe PVC figure. And then we have the 2 guys from Swamp Things here. And we have Bob the Goon I just recently got, and Joker. And we have 3 Street Sharks. And then there in the back, it's hard to see, but I have 3 of the Karate Commandos. I only paid like $3 for all of them. And then we have a Terminator figure there from Kenner. And over here we have Daniel-san from Remco. Definitely want to find more of them figures. Okay, so that's that shelf. Down here, another tier. Yeah, you can find these everywhere at yard sales and flea markets. California Raisins, I've got a few of them, as you can see. And then I have some Muscle Men here in the front with all my Battle Beasts. I don't know how many I've got. I think I've got about, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. I think I had 3 or 4, and then I found the rest of them at a flea market at the same time that I found the Rock Lords, I said. All of them, so basically we're looking at about 18 figures for $12. They all have their rubs. They don't have their weapons, but still yet, $12 for all of them was great. And just recently I picked up all these Smurfs at a yard sale when I went was it Memorial? Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. I used to have a ton of them when I was a kid. And now I got a ton too. So over here, I have my Rambo figures. You can't really see the three in the back because of the light. Them are from the 86, I think. I have guns and stuff for them, and a lot of the weapons, but I didn't put them on them. I'm not real big on having weapons and stuff, but I do have a bunch of them. Over here are my small Masters of the Universe collection. I just pick up one every so often. Don't have a whole lot, but sometimes I get on a kick and I'll have them right there. And over here, I have some starting lineup figures from '88. I have the Jordan here, the Jordan rookie, which I just knocked over. A Magic rookie. I got a Wilt Chamberlain. I got Shaquille O'Neal. I think it's from like '93, but it's a rookie. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Patrick Ewing back there in the back. So these guys are kind of hard to stand up, but anyway. Yeah, but that's this shelf right here. Let's see. Let's go down here to the wrestling shelf. See if I can get on my knees here. And then maybe put some more light here somehow. If I can put that light down here. This is crazy. Up there in the front, you see a lot of the WCW Galoobs. And then the rest of them are all AWA figures that came out by Remco in 1985 and 86. And then I have my Rocky Men on card back there from Phoenix Toys. And in front of him, I have Thunder Lips loose. You can see him. Road Warriors over here, them are pretty cool. There's a Sting. I've got a few different Sting ones. Ric Flair. There's Ric Flair with his robe right there. AWA, Jimmy Garvin. A lot of these other wrestlers back here never had other figures made of themselves except for them. Pull the light back a little bit. And then over here, well, I don't know why I pulled the light back, but maybe I should put it over again. See what we can do here. Yes, I have my Jurassic Park Explorer. I've got the two main characters inside of it. You might not be able to see. Then I've got a few other ones there like they're talking to them. And then I have some mask figures. Can't forget about these. With their vehicles. All complete. Well, not all complete. The Hurricane's complete right there. Some of the other ones got some little parts missing here and there. But I picked most of them up at 80s Toys. Now at the bottom. If you can see, hopefully, I have John Matrix, a big old 18-inch, or he might even be 20 inches. Hell, I don't know. I love him. I have the gun for him too. It's put up right now. I have to get the Uzi out. I have a Slim Jim lunchbox my son bought me. Here's the Lex Luger giant Galoob figure that goes with the Ric Flair and the Sting one. And then I have some of my, well, all of them actually. The LJNs came out in the 80s. These were my favorite toys back in the day. Sorry you can't see all the way to the back. Like I said, I think I do need some lot more lighting. And then I have the rest over here with another vintage lunchbox, I think from '92. Thumb Wrestlers. They were made by LJN too. We got a few of them. I bought that Hillbilly Jim at a yard sale for $1. Never know. Sometimes look through some things and stuff. You might find something cool. Then my trunks over there, which I used to have a table here that had my real big ring on it and a bunch of stuff. But I got a mess everywhere else right now. But that is what I've been working on the last probably week, getting all this stuff put over here and out. Some of it was still in my trunk. I got a mess everywhere else. I got a mess over here. I still got that CD shelf. I got some posters here. But I do have some more room over here now in that. And down here underneath the consoles. And a few little things over here that I can put some stuff in. But that's not vintage stuff. All of this right here is my vintage collection. And very proud and happy to have every one of them. And might get a few more of these tier things. They're not real cheap, but they're not real expensive either. They're about $10 at Walmart. So as time goes, you move stuff here and there, you know. But I figured the wrestling, them right there was pretty good because you could see them all because they're closer to the bottom. So that's what I've been working on. Anybody collect any of these or like any of these or remember having these when you were young? Give me a comment. Let me know what you think about my vintage shelf. That's it for this Collect 'em All. This is Movie John, and I'm always filming.